Greetings. This marks my 100th video on YouTube. I have contemplated for a while about what I wanted to do and decided that I owed it to myself to publicly tell my side of the story regarding the fallout between Amethyst, who now goes by Hoodie and a Crowbar, and Becky, more commonly known as Nonsense. While I had always respected their friendship, I was accused of causing the fallout. So here's the truth. Amethyst and Nunya, also known as the Good Nunya, came along with Nonsense to YouTube from Facebook. I didn't follow Nonsense from day one, but once I connected with her channel, I went back and watched all her videos. I began participating in her chats and was shortly afterwards invited to a Discord group that Nunya started. Through Nunya, I learned that Amethyst wanted absolutely no part of any drama. Amethyst was also not in Nunya's Discord. Amethyst and I were never close. There were no personal messages between us until she blew me up in a chat on Nonsense's channel. She was Becky's friend, not mine, and I always respected that. When Becky brought Amethyst's story forward and asked support in her fight to keep her monster in prison and to have his parole denied, I jumped in headfirst along with many others. Almost daily, I wrote to Governor Newsom. I was happy to do it and jumped for joy along with so many others when our efforts were rewarded. Newsom dictated that a full parole review should be done. Becky continued to publicly support Amethyst's mission. We were told that a public hearing would be held and anyone could watch and or participate. I recorded the hearing so that Amethyst would have it. Unfortunately, the decision to release her monster was not overturned. The joy I had after the governor's decision was replaced with huge disappointment and genuine concern for Am's safety. Fast forward to that day in November 2024, when Becky, with Amethyst's encouragement, hosted a live show in an effort to answer questions regarding Queen Bee, Savage, Cotton, and the video BJ's kids uploaded. I had no prior knowledge of this live stream, and Becky can tell you that I thought it was a disaster and wished she had stayed out of it. That evening, I was watching BJ's coverage of the live and saw that Am had entered the chat. Am became a member. This was one of the many times when BJ only allowed members to chat. She encouraged others to give the video a thumbs up. I was really taken aback that one of Becky's closest friends would be in BJ's chat and all friendly. I asked Becky, "What is Amethyst doing?" Becky told me what Amethyst's intentions were, and I said that I had misunderstood. End of story as far as I knew. I had no idea that Am harbored bad feelings towards me about it. In that time frame, Becky told me that Amethyst was planning on upping her presence on Twitter. I immediately started following her and liking her posts in support. Little did I know that this would be used against me in the future. Amethyst referring to my support as stalking. April 2025, when Nunya took the link and went up on Nonsense's panel. Amethyst came into the chat and started attacking me, calling me a liar and a stalker. This obviously came out of nowhere for me. I politely asked her to stop and to talk to me in private, but she continued. Trust me, her behavior was appalling. It was truly embarrassing. I would never disrespect someone in that way. I do have a screen recording of her comments. But following the live, I asked Becky to delete the live chat. I messaged Amethyst privately. I am confused by the comments you made towards me in Becky's live chat. Can you explain what your comments meant? Her reply to me was the following. Becky informed me a couple months back that you ran to her with information about me being in a chat and taking a membership. Right after that, I noticed you looking at my posts, which you had not done in the past. It felt like an absolute violation, and as if you were trying to start issues for me and Becky on a personal level. Amethyst also made a community post after her attack towards me. In her post, she stated, "It actually felt good to release. I apologize to those in the chat that were caught in the crossfire. Lots of fakery and manipulation happening, and I hope someone that I called friend and family will open their eyes to it. I will say I absolutely learned a lot, and I have been either blind or wearing rose-colored glasses for some time. At least they are off now, and I can see clearly." Here's a comment on that post from someone I used to be friendly with in Nunya's Discord. Someone who I had been nothing but kind towards, and likewise, she had always been kind to me. She states, "Someone who tries to break up real-life friends. There's something really wrong going on. I'm proud of you for not letting her get away with it." Anne responded, "To be honest, it hurts because I thought it was a true friendship, but I see what it is for now. She has a snake in the grass, and instead of facing it, she would rather lose someone who has been a part of her real life." It was obvious to me at that time that Amethyst had created a narrative with others that I was maliciously trying to break up her friendship with Becky. Of course, there's no proof of that because it never happened. I guess Amethyst's proof is that I asked Becky why she was in BJ's chat, and I also followed her on Twitter. So I guess that's Amethyst's proof that I was trying to break up their friendship. Since this time, Amethyst has joined a group that has publicly gone after Becky. So many ugly comments have been made in channels such as Jonesin, The Good Nunya, Stinson Has the Soup, as well as videos on her own channel taunting Becky. I have often been included in these comments. I used to have so much respect for Amethyst. After she and Becky parted ways, I learned about things she has said and done. Amethyst had been warning Becky about me. Why? I have no idea. Other things she has done will remain private to protect others. She is not who I thought she was. I will always have empathy for the trauma she has to deal with, and I do wish her well in what she wants to accomplish for victims. I sincerely hope that she will put her focus there instead of her campaign against a former friend who was nothing but kind to her.